That was Dan Auerbach with Whispered Words right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane, and I won't be whispering any words until 6 o'clock on this Wednesday afternoon as I provide you 2 hours of weekend. And man, do we need it more than ever. Especially for me, because these last 3 weeks, these last 3 weeks are finals week. Finals week for me began last Monday. It's like the rotation of the Earth is equal to that of one of the slow revolving planets. So time moves more slowly for me. I'm sorry. That's the type of DJ that I am. Is the personal type of DJ. I talk about some of my problems on air because I'm personal. That's one of the ways that I show that. The other way that I show that I'm personal is by taking requests at 918-343-7913. That's a service that I do for you. And if you don't feel like calling, you can email at requestline@rsu.edu. Stay right here because we have headlines coming up. We'll talk a little bit about the NFL draft. We'll have jokes for you. All right here on Free Association. Right now it's Deerhoof with My Purple Past on 91.3. Hey, could you hold on a second? That was White Lies with A Place to Hide right here on Free Association with Mark Lane. And this is your place to hide. This is your niche to get away from the grinding and everything that goes on during the week, because this is your 2 hours of weekend every Wednesday from 4 to 6. All right, but one thing that we must do is stay informed. So let's go ahead and look at the headlines. This out of Newsweek. Sanctioned degradation. A new Senate report says Bush officials quickly abandoned humane interrogation techniques. So what they do, they had my mom put the detainees on a guilt trip. They let her come in and give them the look. Or what else happened? She invited her onerous grandkids over to spend the night in the cell with them. That's what I would think would be inhumane, coming from my background. This one out of CNN.com. To drink or not to drink? Should you raise a glass to your health? You know, this article talks about people that they're questioning whether or not you should drink alcohol if it has any health benefits at all. You know, because everybody wants to be Robert Mondavi and drink a glass of red wine. An unnamed source that I have says that drinking grape juice will give you about the same benefit as far as red wine goes. But I'm no doctor. But basically the rest of the article just questions that notion. Then this one out of Newsmax.com, Judge Nix's Blagojevich reality TV bid. Oh, thank heaven! U.S. District Judge James Zagel, give this man a bagel. He denied Blagojevich the chance to go down to Costa Rica to film that reality show that NBC wanted him to be on. Oh, this guy's an American hero. Well, for this week at least. And then this one out of the BBC, quiet sun baffling astronomers. The sun is the dimmest it has been for nearly a century, according to the UK National Astronomy Meeting. Well, I have no idea what that means, but I do know that sunny skies are ahead, and we'll have more of that as Radio Steve gives you the weather right after the break on 91.3 Real College Radio. Then after that, we'll get back to the true alternative music with Winter Sleep, Pierre de Raider. And give me a shout out at 918-343-7913 if you have a request.
91.3.
Hi, I'm Dave Kara.
And I'm Debbie Kara,
Right there.
co-host of...
That was Old Crow Medicine Show with Highway Halo right here on Free Association with yours truly, Mark Lane. Before that, we had Coconut Records with St. Jerome. And before that, we had Bedouin Sound Clash with Until We Burn. And I almost felt like burning last week when I was talking to my landlords about going to see Richard III, you know, the play here at RSU, at the Will Rogers Auditorium there. So I'm talking to him last week. I says, on Wednesday, give me a call and let's go. Give me a call on Thursday and let me know if we're going to go on Friday. All right, fine. Well, Thursday night rolls around, no call, so I go over there. And my landlords, they like to go to plays and that kind of stuff, so that's why I ask them. So I call them, I go over there and ask them, well, are you guys going to go to the play or not? And then they tell me, oh yeah, we approved it before we had to cancel it. So I'm like living next to the conservative cliche of Senator John Kerry. It's enough to make a tooth fall out. You know, it seems like everything I go to on campus, I go alone like this. That's what I'm dealing with. But you don't, you're not alone. You have friends, you have people you go hang out with. Well, I'm saying you should go hang out, go with your friends to see R3, the Richard III rendition put on by the RSU Student Theater. It's back this weekend for its final 3 showings at the Will Rogers Auditorium at 7:07 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. You got to see Katie Hendrickson. She does a great job as the lead character that takes on the role of Richard III. You have to see it. It was a great play, in my opinion. Well, what's your opinion? Why don't you go see the play and then get back to me by letting me know at democracy@hotmail.com. All right, what else we got going on here? After the break, we got the concert calendar. Turbo will tell you about that, as well as the thermals. And if there's a song you want to hear, 918-343-7913 is the request line. The show, Free Association, the host, Mark Lane, the artist, Neko Case, the song, Red Tide, the time, 5:07, the segment, Joke Time. Alright, so one day Adam sat outside the Garden of Eden shortly after eating, the apple there, and wondered about men and women. So he looked up into the heavens and he said, hey, excuse me, God, I have a few questions. So God replies, go on, Adam, but be quick. I have a world to create, So Adam says, when you created Eve, why did you make her body so curved and tender, unlike mine? I did that, Adam, so you could love her. Okay, fine. Well, then why did you give her long, shiny, beautiful hair and not me? I did that, Adam, so you could love her. All right, okay. So, well, then let me ask you this. Why did you make her so stupid? Certainly not so I could love her. Well, Adam, no. I did that so she could love you. Given the choices girls make with regards to boyfriends, this is gospel in my opinion. Oh, so there you go, right here on Free Association with Mark Lane, and I get responses from people sometimes, like, what are you doing with the jokes? These jokes are just throwaway jokes that I get on the internet, and the funny thing is, I got called on the carpet, kind of, for telling a blonde joke last week. You can go to my website, www.myspace.com/freeassociationrsu. Oh yeah, somebody's going to go type that out and go to it, sure. But anyway, if you do go to it, you'll notice in the About Me right under this video, the cat and the dog here. Despite the dumb jokes, stereotypes may reflect some smart choices. This is linked up out of the New York Times out of 2007. Well, I thought it was pretty appropriate. So, anyway, what else we got going on? 918-343-7913 is the request line. And this is Rah Rah Riot with Can You Tell? Right here on Free Association. That was Mos Def with Nadine right here on Free Association with Mark Lane. Before that we had Strike Anywhere with Instinct. And before that we had Rah Rah Riot with Can You Tell? And I can't tell you enough that the request line is open at 918-343-7913. You see, I equate my job as being a DJ here sort of as being a quarterback, of a football team. I think I've had a pretty good show so far. I would say 10 completions out of 14 attempts, but no touchdowns. Well, be that touchdown caller at 918-343-7913 with a request. Or, if you think the music's great, well, then you'll love Kyle Andrews, the Hopefuls, and BPA coming up right after the break. Yeah, I went to the Oklahoma Association of Broadcasters Student Day last week. And I enjoyed John Larson. He used to be with Dateline. He's with World Focus now, which you can catch on Channel 35 RSU Public Television at 6 o'clock on weekdays. Anyway, John Larson, I enjoyed his conference. Why? Because he played video of some of his stuff, so I was entertained. And then when he was talking and not showing video, his projector would go to screensaver, and then I could daydream. But I was sitting next to Ryan and KO, And that's so interesting because if you look at the schedule, my show sits in between them, so it's like kind of symbolic. Free Association sits in between Afternoon Delight, which airs on 4 to 6 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you want to listen to RSU Radio's original bromance in Ryan and KO, then tune in to Afternoon Delight on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 6. All right, what do we got going on? Okay, we have the weather and then some more true alternative music. Be here.